my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Rami expecting a video. If you guys all enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes what is or just anime content in general. Subscribe to my second channel where I also make great what ifs. And with that being said, we can now begin. In the last part, we ended off with Kakashi Hatake, who's kind of just become Naruto's sensei or teacher, if you will. And currently, Kakashi's just kind of trying to train Naruto, as Naruto expressed his ambitions to Kakashi and how he wants to become Hokage and the greatest Hokage of them all. But with that said, he now has to fight Kakashi, and so we shall now Naruto and Kakashi would then begin to train, and we'll take a look at what that training looks like. For Naruto, he would have to surpass all of his limits if he wanted to even become close to the strongest Hokage. And Kakashi, knowing this, would tell Naruto to come at him with everything he's got so that he could gauge Naruto's power. Naruto would throw 3 punches at Kakashi, who would easily dodge 2 of the punches, grabbing the last one and throwing Naruto into a nearby tree. Naruto would quickly evade this tree using one of his Dojutsu's abilities unconsciously. By that I mean he's not really knowing that he did it, or I guess a better word would be unknowingly. Naruto would then rush towards Kakashi, as he would tell Kakashi that he's not done yet, grabbing 3 kunai as he would throw them towards that man, being Kakashi, of course. Kakashi would then pull out his own kunai, as he would then block all of them, deflecting them into nearby locations that are of no importance. Kakashi would then get behind Naruto, putting him in a headlock, as he would tell Naruto that if this were in battle, or if they were, well, on the battlefield, then Kakashi could have easily killed Naruto. You'll do well to remember that, Naruto. What do you mean? The way I was able to easily get behind you, the way you let your guard down. Don't, and I mean don't, ever let your guard down. Always utilize any skill that you can, and always stay on your toes, because you never know what the enemy ninja has up their sleeves. Heck, they could be very powerful. You are just unaware. Anyhow, show me some more. Naruto and Kakashi's fight would eventually come to a close as a few days would pass. Kakashi would then figure out where Naruto lived from Hiruzen, as at this point Naruto is now living at the apartment that he lived in the canon. Kakashi would then knock on Naruto's door, as he would get up answering. As they went to train, and they would then begin. Kakashi would tell Naruto to work on his form, as while fighting Naruto, he realized he was pretty sloppy. Naruto would take this as an insult, as he would try his hardest to perfect his, from what Kakashi said, quote-unquote form. Naruto would then do 2 punches, as Kakashi would tell him to put more power into it, more force, make his punches straighter. Naruto would then do this, as Kakashi would continue to block Naruto's punches. More energy, more power, strike as if you wanted to kill, but not. What do you mean by that, Kakashi? If you want control over your fist, you must first learn how to control your body. You must first learn your limitations. Without knowing your limitations, you will never know how to truly fight. So tell me, Naruto, how long do you think you could fight? If you were faced with an opponent on your level, how long do you think you would be able to fight that opponent? I don't know, an hour? That's not good enough, Naruto. Because if you are even with this opponent, there's not much you can do except fight. And you best believe that you better have more stamina than them, because that's the way that the battle will be decided. Few times have I ran into people with the same amount of power as I, but when I do, those skirmishes are like none other. Naruto, you would do best to remember that as well. Naruto would clear his throat. Okay, Kakashi. Naruto would then be told by Kakashi when punching that he should put his lower body into it as well and bend his knees a little, which would create more force behind his punches. Naruto would then start to do this as his punches would gradually increase. After this, he would continue to train with punches and kicks and things of the sort. Naruto would then become well versed in combat with Kakashi and would be about gaining level in taijutsu. 2 years would now pass as Naruto would become a lot stronger. At this point, Naruto was gained full mastery over the chakra nature of wind and is starting to learn the chakra nature of fire. Here we will go a bit deeper into Naruto's Dojutsu abilities, but not too deep, as I said before that I wanted to leave those to some of the further parts. And plus, I just feel like it will be funner that way. Or, sorry, that's not a word. More fun that way. Naruto's Dojutsu allows him to be able to control all 5 chakra natures, which is just one of its abilities. So I believe Naruto is going to be able to master the wind chakra nature with ease, just like he's doing with a lot of other chakra natures. But because Naruto has used wind chakra before in a few other instances, which I covered in the last part, if you don't know about the last part, well, go check it out, as it leaves in some crucial information. And if you were to watch this without watching that, well, you get the point. Naruto not only knows how to control all 5 chakra natures, he also has advanced perception similar to the Sharingan. And you may be asking why Naruto doesn't use these 5 chakra natures if he has control of them with his Dojutsu. That's because he hasn't mastered his Dojutsu. When the time comes for him to master it, so too will the ability to control all 5 chakra natures. But at the current moment, he has the strongest affinity towards wind style, and thus he's been able to master it with the training of Kakashi, who was able to pick up on it because somehow through training, Naruto would always seem to use wind style, just unknowingly. But Naruto just saw it as some sort of strength. By that I mean, he thought to himself that his punches were just strong enough to create wind around them or to create wind attacks and things of the sort, but in reality, he was using the chakra nature. And Kakashi knew this, so he wanted Naruto to know how to actually use the chakra nature that is wind, since he does know the wind chakra nature as well as all 5 chakra natures. Anyhow, Kakashi would then continue to train with Naruto as 2 more years would pass. I also don't see Naruto getting bullied as much, especially not anymore, as he's more feared. And revered to be a demon, still he is, as people really just assume he's a demon and a demon fox and things of the sort. And by revered, I mean thought to be, because he's not actually one. But he's kind of just feared, not really bullied anymore. People still gasp when they see them. People, when having conversations and he walks by, you know, they clear their throats and things of the sort. The hate doesn't really go away, but because of his power and people noticing that Naruto is a pretty strong person, they've kind of decided to back off, especially a lot of the bullies that would have bullied Naruto in the canon. Naruto would then be forced to join the academy, as I said 2 more years had passed, making Naruto 8. Also in these 2 years, Naruto had learned the chakra nature known as water and fire style. Very interesting how he learned water and fire style, but I've decided to make him learn them both in those 2 years, which Kakashi had also picked up through training. Most of the things that Kakashi picks up on are through training, as they do train a lot. Basically, they train every other day, and if Naruto's really sore after training, they train every 2 days. But they basically always see each other. Kakashi had kind of become Naruto's father figure, or parent figure, whatever you want to call it, really. And Kakashi had kind of accepted that role. He didn't mind it because, well, he loved mentoring his, well, I guess you could say sensei's son, and it was just amazing to Kakashi. And he really and truly did believe in Naruto. He wanted Naruto to become the strongest Hokage and exceed himself, as well as his father, Minato Namikaze, who was at times thought to be the strongest Hokage, at least from some of the manga and what it has said about Minato. Though, as we know, he is not the strongest Hokage. That is reserved, at least at the current moment, for Hashirama Senju or Hiruzen in his prime. Anyhow, Naruto would then join the academy as he would do everything right. He had almost great chakra control, knowing 2 chakra natures. He was a prodigy in his own right from the get-go. Well, not really from the get-go because he had to train, but from the get-go of joining the academy, he was very powerful. He knew many skills that many Genin didn't know. Actually, most Genin didn't know these skills. Even Iruka was surprised, and he was a Chunin himself, an instructor at the academy who, in theory, should have seen many young children blossom into beautiful fruits, if you will. By that, I just mean great ninja. A metaphor, of course. Naruto would exceed everybody's expectations. A blonde-haired boy who came out of nowhere with a strange dojutsu, a strange eye, strange power, a random kid, somebody who was thought to be a failure, somebody who everybody in the village had thought that Naruto was a failure is basically what I'm getting at. And Naruto had blew everybody out of the water. Even he was surprised at himself. Everybody's expectations were pretty low for Naruto, and he had become the best academy student, ranking at number 1. Naruto was happy for himself. For the first time in his life, he was very proud. He was very happy to call himself the number 1 academy student. And most of the academy students who weren't Naruto were pretty surprised at it, but accepted it. Except for one student, Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke was infuriated that somebody like Naruto could even be in the top 5, let alone number 1, because to Naruto, Sasuke was just some random person, but to Sasuke, Naruto was the only person in his way to being the strongest. Of course, I brought that up because Sasuke knows that. Sasuke knows that to Naruto he is nothing, and so he was angry. Like I said, he was infuriated. As such, he decided that he would teach Naruto a lesson. After school one day, he would ask Naruto to fight him, and whoever wins must drop out of the academy. Or, my words kind of mixed up there. Whoever wins has to make the loser drop out of the academy. And by that, they just mean leave. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if Naruto wins, then Sasuke leaves the academy. If Sasuke wins, then Naruto wins the academy. This was Sasuke's easiest way of getting rid of Naruto. And little did he know that it wasn't going to work out too well for him. Naruto would then decide to accept Sasuke's challenge as he would get into a fighting stance. Sasuke would do the same as a rock would fly past Naruto. Naruto thought to himself, what should I use in this battle? He's an ordinary genin with ordinary skill. Maybe a bit stronger than a few of the people I've seen in the academy. But he's just an academy student. So what should I do? What ability would work best on someone like him? And a quick finisher? Naruto thought to himself. Naruto would then form 5 hand signs as he would send out one of his stronger wind jutsu. Wind style, great breakthrough. Naruto would then send this towards Sasuke, who would fly up into the air, doing a black flip mid-air and throwing down 2 kunai, which would quickly fly past him, scratching his cheek. Damn it, Naruto thought to himself. I don't want to kill the kid. Sasuke had kind of thought the same thing, saying damn it and gritting his teeth in his head as he thought to himself, how is he this powerful? He knows a chakra nature as well? And I've already spilled some of my blood. I guess he's not number 1 for no reason. That doesn't matter, though. I'm an Uchiha. I'm the one who will avenge my clan. Naruto would then jump into the air, grabbing Sasuke by his leg and throwing him to the ground. But before he could actually fall to the ground and get damage inflicted on him, Naruto would quickly grab him and then drop him again, so that to reduce any damage that could have been done to Sasuke, as he really doesn't want to harm Sasuke. Sasuke would then tell Naruto to stop holding back, as Naruto would smirk. I would stop, but you're no challenge. You're not even a threat to me, nor can you even hold a candle to my strength. Sorry, Sasuke. I think that's your name. I just can't go all out against somebody as pathetic as you. Pathetic? But what do you mean, pathetic? That I'm not pathetic. I'm Sasuke Uchiha, and I'm the one who will avenge my clan. Sasuke would then put together the hand signs for the Uchiha-style Great Fireball Jutsu, as he would send out an enraged Fireball Jutsu. So you think that you're powerful. You think that you're strong. Huh. Let me break this to you, Naruto. But you're just another piece of grass in the vast forest, or in the vast field. You are nothing. And if I'm nothing like you say, if I am pathetic, then you, well, then you are non-existent. I wonder what's got him so angry, Naruto thought to himself. Is it just because he's losing? But he couldn't be that arrogant, could he? He couldn't be that prideful. I don't understand it. Sasuke Uchiha, this fireball of yours, it is nothing. Now, water style, water dragon jutsu. Naruto's water dragon would consume Sasuke's fireball as a massive amount of steam would appear, making both Naruto and Sasuke a bit sweaty. They weren't actually sweaty, but there were an accumulated of wetness, if you will, on their foreheads from the steam. Anyhow, Naruto would then smirk. Sasuke, stand down. Sasuke would shake his head as his eyes would then start to turn red. Could it be, Naruto thought to himself? You're of the Uchiha clan. And what's that to you, Sasuke would say as he would open and close his eyes, the one Tomoe now vibrant within. I knew it. You've awakened your Sharingan. I have, Sasuke thought to himself within his head, as Naruto would continue. The Sharingan, such a powerful dojutsu. I couldn't fathom having it on my own, but you've managed to do it. You truly are magnificent. The Sharingan, literally meaning copy wheel eye, is amazing. And to be frank, you should be happy that you have the dojutsu that people like Shisui, Rai, Obito, that one Genin that served with Kakashi, Noari, Naka, Madara, Kagami, Izuna, and Izumi, even Itachi Uchiha had. It's such an honor. Most of those people I've heard of, but Obito, a mere Genin. Yeah, my sensei Kakashi, he told me about him. They were teammates. Well, I've never heard of him, meaning that he's worthless to talk about. No, he's not. Not worthless at all. How dare you say such a thing? And why are you upset about it? Because it's unfair to judge somebody just because you don't know of their name. And to make an assumption in the first place. Well, that's just outright rude. So it seems like he does have a heart. It seems like he cares dearly. It even seems like he has a lot of pride. Is he stupid? He just told me how much he loves the Dojutsu. He's a real... I don't know. He's weird, Sasuke thought to himself, as he couldn't really find a word to describe Naruto. Naruto would then tell Sasuke that he only wishes to be friends and would like to not continue their skirmish. Sasuke would shake his head as he would tell Naruto that it's too late for going back. It's too late for stopping the battle. Sasuke, if that's the case, then I'll have to end it. Now. Naruto quickly put together 16 hand signs as he would yell out, combination style, clone jutsu, eternal waves. Naruto would then summon 100 shadow clones, and Sasuke would be amazed at the sheer magnitude of Naruto's chakra and how much of it he had to have to summon so many real clones. At best, Sasuke could only summon one real clone. So, Sasuke, are you ready to admit defeat? No, I will never cower. Not to you, not to anybody. That's wrong. There will come a time when you will most definitely have to retreat. You think so? Yes. Maybe not with those eyes, though. Because if what my master says is true, the Sharingan grants the wielder two broad abilities, the Eye of Insight and the Eye of Hypnotism, although the abilities are not restricted to certain eyes. And when both eyes are together, they're even stronger than just one. And not only that, but the Eye of Insight allows the user to see chakra, giving it color in order to distinguish it by its composition and source. How does he know this? Sasuke thought to himself. That's what I'm doing as we speak. I can see it all. Everything is so clear. Though, sorry to break it to you, but it's not as capable in regard as the Byakugan. If I had to choose between both Dojutsu, and it was in that regard, I'd probably choose the Byakugan. But there's something that the Byakugan cannot do. The Eye of Hypnotism allows the user to perform what is known as a genjutsu. While there are various manifestations and purposes of genjutsu, the Sharingan is like no other. And though it is very powerful, I feel as if using genjutsu on somebody would be a waste. Why not fight them? But I also suppose when in combat, you can't always make those kind of decisions. Not only that, but from what my master told me, the Uchiha are infamous for using this ability on the tailed beast, and in fact can enter a Jinchuriki's subconscious, or more precisely control the beast's chakra. Multiple targets can be taken control of in this way, though the more divided the user's attention is, the easier it is for targets to escape the control. Also, at this time, Naruto does know that he is in Jinchuriki, and he has only talked to the Nine-Tails once, but it was only briefly. They only exchanged looks, and that was about it. The Nine-Tails quickly forced Naruto out of the subconscious state that he was in, and besides that, everything he knows about the Sharingan and everything that he knows about the tailed beast has been taught directly to him by Kakashi. Either way, Sasuke. Not only that, but sorry to ramble, but the user is granted incredible clarity of perception, enabling them to read lips or mimic something like pencil movements. Sasuke, you're so powerful. And with those eyes, you might be even stronger. You're so powerful, Sasuke thought to himself. Don't pity me. Sasuke was saying that Naruto was pitying him because he knew that Naruto knew that he was stronger than him. But in all actuality, Naruto was Vias of the Dojutsu that Sasuke possessed, that being the Sharingan. Naruto would then continue to go on. Not only that, but it offers some amount of predictive capabilities. Uchiha like you should be able to anticipate an opponent's next move with their Sharingan based on the slightest muscle tension in their body. Tell me, Sasuke, can you see me move? Can you predict my movements? And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto the Godly Dojutsu Part 2. I may release Part 3 today as well. But it really just depends because I'm really trying to get this series like sped up and get it on the rails, if you will. Maybe finish it in like, I don't know, 3 days. Really just depends. I might double upload the series. But really just depends. But with that being said, make sure to like, share the video to a friend who likes what ifs or just stay in my content in general. Subscribe if you're new here. Check my second channel down below where I also make what ifs. And with that being said, I already said that. So just subscribe.